So, are we proud of the Ghana you and I we are building? Are we proud? I'm just asking you. You know, most Ghanaians do a lot of harm to the country, and later we blame the government. We blame them for nothing. Something that could have been stopped by you and I. We blame the government. Why? Because we think the government the government needs to. But what are we also doing to help the country? It's not everything that the government can do for us. To be frank, there are a lot the government has to do, but it's not everything. They cannot do everything. That's the sad truth. And if even they can do, they are not willing to do it. So there are things like controlling refuge placed or displaced in the communities or in the cities. We can do something about it by limiting it. We don't have to wait for the government to do this. The government at a point in time had to hire Zoom lions, people to clean our cities and streets. Something we, the ordinary Ghanaian, could have at least limited a bit. But no, we are the cause of even destroying the communities and the societies by throwing refuse anywhere we want. Sometimes you ask yourself, did the social studies we studied, the social studies and also the environmental studies we studied back in school, primary, junior high school, SHS, is it worth it? Because most of these things spoke volume to us back then, but now we are not using, we don't even care. So why did we acquire that knowledge back in school? Why? If you know, there are a lot of people that got A1 in environmental studies and even social studies that they even do worse. They just did chew and pour. Yes, we know our system is being built on that. Just learn, come and pour and go. The societies are struggling with filth. It's becoming a canker that when it rains, it tends to destroy lives and properties. All because of there are a lot of refuse dumped across our gutters and anywhere we find ourselves in the communities. So the drainage that is supposed to be the passage for water or rain can't be anymore. So when it rains, it's we, the ordinary people, that will suffer so much. Why do we keep doing this to ourselves? Why are we doing this? What country at all are we building? Do we want to be a better nation, or we just want to exist? We just want to exist as in, we don't care whether we are in a jungle or we are living in, however, like, I don't know how to put it, but we all know in the few months in this May, there has been a lot of rain, downpour of rain, and people have been carried away because gutters are choked, and the water or the rain that has to pass through the gutters are flooded, and they are taking over streets and other places, passages that they do not have to take over. And these things are causing a lot of damage to the people. We are the people. The government is not coming in because there are some things we have to fix before they come in. We have to make sure our communities are clean, the gutters are clean. Nobody throws refuse anyhow. You know, even in this moment that we are experiencing the rain, when it's cloudy, people start to pack all their refuse together. When it starts raining heavily, they just dump everything in it. And where do you want them to go and choke? Sometimes the sad truth is, it will not choke in their communities. The rains will carry them far to some other place and go and displace it there. that place will be choked and flooded. Sometimes breeding mosquitoes and all that, causing malaria and death to the ordinary Ghanaian. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why? Is it because mostly our leaders don't care about a lot of things? That's why we keep doing what we're doing? Or is it because it's intentional and we also want to live in the jungle as some people want to be in it? This is not a jungle. Ghana is not a jungle. It can never be a jungle. But the way some people live feels like a jungle. When you go to the seaside, you see a lot of refuse dump thrown over there. And people don't care. They also go there to swim again in that waste they create and also catch fish from it for us to eat. We eat a lot of seafood from the sea. These seas contains a lot of plastic bags, not just plastic, but a lot of filth that contains chemicals, and these seafoods are also consuming that. So imagine throwing these stuffs in the sea and the animals eat. Are you not poisoning yourself? Are we not? How are we going to stop this as Ghanaians? How are we going to stop this as Ghanaians? We just have to make sure that we stop by being disciplined. Discipline can only be the key. Sometimes, the government can provide dustbins around. You see an indisciplined Ghanaian throwing a rubbish close to the dustbin. Instead of the person to place it in the dustbin, they don't do that. They prefer to put it close to them. And even some steal the dustbin itself. So how do we develop as a nation? With all this happening in this country, who is going to speak on our behalf? Who is going to speak for us? The leaders, I think they see this, but they turn deaf ears because they don't care. Nobody is coming to save you. If they were, they would have tried to put measures in place to stop the flooding we are experiencing. It's not just by building in wrong places, or no, some of them are caused by gutters being choked. Yes, some are caused by that. So please, I'll tell you, as a citizen, stop that. Let's apply the environmental studies we studied back in school, the social studies. And also, we should know that we are humans. So as a human, let's practice what humans do. That's it. That's it. We just can't live anyhow and expect the whites to love us or to see us as equals or something. Sometimes some of these white people, when they come here, they'll be like Africa. And mostly we Africans, we talk about these Europeans or Americans coming here to take pictures of the dirty places, not just villages, dirty places. It's online that this is Africa. Yes, there are places, villages, but they are so clean and nice. Even in most villages in Ghana, when it rains, it doesn't flood there. Why? Because they are clean. They know what they are about. They know their left from right. So they do what is best to sustain their places where they sleep and their habitat also. But here, no, we just do anything anyhow. Anything anyhow. And Obia and Kashe, nobody, their leaders, we are pleading with them. Sometimes I also think partisan destroys a lot of things, because when it's time for you to take exercise or to be straight on your people as a president or a leader, they'll be like, oh, we fought against you. Just that holds them ransom. Like, we hold them down, that they feel so tight in their corner that they don't want to do anything again. We should also stop that. Sometimes we threaten them too much, but also they should also speak truth to power. They shouldn't let we, the ordinary people, threaten them with votes. No, of this country, the way the flood and everything is continuing like that, there'll be a time when it rains. There'll be a time when it rains, you will suffer a lot. You will suffer a lot. Our transport system is even broken, and we can't when it rains. So just imagine most of these places flooded, and you've closed from work. I'll end this here. I'll hit you up later in the day. Yes, thanks for joining. This is PB Sencherey. I just decided to come here to talk with my people, Ghanaians,